Hiya. Okay, I'm expecting an interruption because I said when I was going to be doing this, and because my parents know that I'm making this video, so they're going to walk in like, oh, probably at some point, and looking really pale because of the sun. But basically I'm going to do this whole thing in order of everyone that liked it. So if you know that you liked it quite late, just skip on quite a bit, because otherwise you're going to do what I did this morning and watch a 15-minute video and realise you're not in it. Anyway. Okay, so I'm going to start with Kezz. Kezz Copping. I met you at New Wine, Christian camp, basically. And I met you because of Simba, or Daniel. And I just saw you around and you were always having fun around loads of people. You were just jumping around getting bracelets and then doing something about a radio. Getting something on your radio, or the radio of the camp. Anyway, your hair is so pretty. It's such a nice colour, like a proper bright blonde, and really, it's short and it suits you. It looks lovely. It looks really nice. And from what I know about you, you're really confident, really, yeah, like, you seem to make the most of a bad situation. Well, that came out badly. Not what I meant. You seem to make the most of everything. So, yeah, seems like you're a nice person, even though I don't know you that well. Kayleigh, Lauren, Brockhouse. Oh, by the way, I'm probably going to pronounce some names wrong. I'm expecting that. Anyway, Lauren. Kayleigh. I have met you once, as far as I'm aware. No, twice actually, because you were at a college open day, like me, and we just kind of passed by and went, and you complimented my hair completely out of the blue, and I was like, my feels? No, I wasn't like that because I have more intelligence than that. But yeah, it made my day. It was really nice to have just like an out of the blue compliment, and you're really open about complimenting people, and I think it speaks a lot about your character and about how nice you are as a person. You've been friends with my friend Jashaan for a long time as well, and I don't know, she's never said a bad word about you, ever, which I think is really nice, and I don't know anyone that has said a bad word about you, so I think that's something you should be proud of. Yeah, and I think you're really pretty. You've got a really cute face when you take pictures and you're like, yeah, so I'm quite jealous of that. Jashaan Gill, JJ. The earliest memory I have of you would be year 7, and I remember because John Gregory didn't like me very much from what I can remember, and he was walking with you and I went over, and for some reason, I think it was because it was in year 7 and I don't think I'd heard anyone call him John, I went, Jonathan, and you both went, Jonathan, and you both called me Posh, and I think Posh carried on for a very long time after that. We really don't talk that much at all, and I went to your birthday party last year, which was really fun, and you looked like you were having a good time, which is always good because it's your birthday. But yeah, and I think because you're intelligent and everything, you're going to do really well for yourself, which is always really good as well. Liam Sheldon, I hate you. No. Okay, Liam Sheldon. We didn't actually speak at all before year 10, or we might have once, kind of, a little bit, not very much. And I love that we talk about absolutely, like, everything there is to talk about, we've spoken about it. And I like that there's a lot of trust there between both of us, and I love that you're colourblind, because it amuses me to no end to hear you say the sentence, I don't know what purple is. That just, I enjoy that. And asking you about how it works, because my brain can't comprehend how you don't know what purple is. And your birthday party was probably one of the better parties I've been to, probably the best I've been to. You invited a lot of good people to that, and I don't think I've heard someone say that they didn't enjoy it. I don't think I've ever heard anyone say a bad word about you, because I don't think there were any to say, really. You're a really good singer, really good. Like, I don't think you give yourself enough credit. However, you sing at speeds that aren't human when there is no music. Like, seriously, any song goes out really quickly out your mouth. I think you're just really excited about singing. And I can see the band going very far. So, I love you and stuff. Mikey Highton. I've met you once, and I met you through other people because we haven't really spoken, you and I, just separately in our own little conversation. The first thing I think I ever said to you properly was when I was in a Skype conversation with Rasheen, and I said something and it made you both laugh, and then you went ha ha ha, and I was like Stephen Hawking over there, and I think you didn't appreciate that. And yeah, and then when you did come down and we went to Burger King and you saw my magic cards, and that's it. I think that was the most that there was to that, really. However, you are very funny and you're lovely and you're much skinnier than I expected you to be, but you're good looking, and yeah, I don't have a bad word to say about you because I don't know, I haven't seen you be nasty before. Charlie Bamford. We've spoken a couple of times, and I had no idea that I knew you because of Rasheen. I had genuinely no idea how I knew you, and then suddenly we started talking, and then you were like, oh, do you know Rasheen? I went out with her, and now I've made this a bit awkward. You are a very lovely person to talk to, and you made me giggle, and yeah, I just very much enjoyed talking to you, and we should talk a bit more because it's been a while since the last time we spoke, so we should talk a little bit. I really don't know you that well to say very much, but you seem nice. You seem like a nice guy. Tiegan Barley. Well, Ben, we started talking properly last year in English because you sat in front of me and you turned around and you were like, Liam, Lizzie, and then I called you Ben, and you're all hipster kid with your wasted hat, and your teeth are perfect now, and I'm really jealous because you're like everywhere and it's cute, and you make me laugh, and I like being mean to you in ICT, just being like, shut up Tiegan, nobody cares, and then we argue a bit, and then we make up, and then we're all like, oh, because we're cute. And on your birthday last year, and me and Liam spent the whole English lesson going, happy birthday Tiegan, and I think Tiegan, it stayed because I like it. I like how it said, like, Tiegan. What else about Tiegan? I think it's nice that in the last year of school you and Kirsten have got really close, and now you've got each other, and it's a nice little friendship there. I like it. I think it's sweet, it's nice. And as it turns out, any hair colour suits you, and I hate you for it, because that's just not fair on anyone, is it really? I think it's quite selfish of you. And you're a really good dancer. You choreographed that dance that we did, and it was really impressive, and I like doing the move when we're like that. And I was terrified to do it on stage, but I was glad that you were next to me at the front, because we're attention whores. But I really enjoyed that, and I'm going to miss doing dance with you. I really am. I'm going to miss, like, squeezing you, because I'm the Hulk. And yeah, loves for Tiegan. That sounds awful. Sophie Bridgewater. Sophie, it's such a weird story, really, because that came out so posh. No, because we went to the same primary school for a very short amount of time. You went to reception with me, and then you got pulled out for different reasons, and then I didn't see you for the whole of primary school. We got to high school. I was going, like, signing on the thing for one of the open evenings, and suddenly it said Sophie Bridgewater, and I was like, oh, no, that's so weird. That couldn't be right. She can't. No, that's so strange. And then you were there, and it was lovely, and I was like, I'm going to spend the rest of my high school life with this girl. How lovely. And you're sweet every single time I see you, and you always say something nice about my hair, and I really appreciate that. And I'm very jealous that your hair's always the same, and it always looks pretty, and it's always in the ponytail, and it really suits you. And your eyes are really blue, and it's really nice. It's nice that you live near me now, because we can walk up the road and have chats and talk about how much we hate the weather and how much buses around this area are awful. I don't think you should change at all. I don't think there's any room for improvement for you. I think you're lovely and your mum should be very proud. Daniel Millard, I hate you because I already started this video, like this is my second attempt, and I did, and suddenly my phone went boop boop boop, and you're like, planned interruption, and I was like, so everything's on silent now. And I don't know, we started talking from like the beginning of school, like straight away, because we sat next to each other in English, and I remember because Rachel told me about Josh Millard, and then I saw your name was Daniel Millard, and I was like, oh, my sister knows your brother, and then we spoke about that a little bit, and I remember you writing people's tombstones. I think I remember, here lies Britney Spears, she was toxic. I remember that, that's like my earliest memory of you at all. Year 8, I think it was, we drove Miss Langley to absolute, just to the edge. I feel so bad for her. We were awful. Oh, she's sweet as well. She didn't deserve that. And you were my brother, and I still maintain that, the spelling and everything. And I was your sister, which is cute. And I don't know. We've always just kind of got on, except we haven't, because the amount of arguments we've had is crazy. But they never really were huge arguments. There were nothing that we could completely break a friendship up over. They never really bothered me that much, because I was just like, oh, I just argue with Dan. The arguments we have about religion and how much you talk to me about religion, I could get you. You drive me mad about religion, and I wish you wouldn't, because I hate talking about religion. You know that, because it starts big arguments, and I wish you wouldn't. We always have a laugh. We always take the mick out of people. Most recently, when you went into school and you walked past that door with the class in, and there was a teacher standing right there, and you thrusted, and it was brilliant because she went, and it was great. And oh, my science textbook, I don't know what to do with it. I don't know where I can hide it. I don't know I need it under lock and key away from everyone, because I would get judged so much. Was it something like you only changed like 3 words on that one question, and then suddenly it was but yeah, basically, thank you for being there for such a long time. I'm really happy for you and your, I'm not going to name names, but love life, shall I put, and how cute it is. And I think I'm very, I admire how much you let just roll off you, just straight off your back. Your nickname's brilliant. I don't really want to say it. Milk something. But I like that it doesn't seem to bother you, and you always seem to just take the banter and that's it. If you ever say the word rain to me, I promise that friendship is over. Like, then, there, done. I hate you. But yeah, I do. I love you, and you are my brother. Max Allen. In year 7, when we were both, what are they called? Was it junior librarian? And you were one, and we absolutely hated each other. We did not get on. I hated when you did things in there, you hated when I did things in there, when we tidied, and it was just a big fight. And then we both stopped doing that because we realised that there was really no need to be child librarians. And the next time I spoke to you after that would be in year 10, when we sat next to each other in maths, and you always took my stuff, and I swear I could have banged your head off the table. And I tried your shoe on, and it was weird because my whole shoe fit inside yours with space, because you are teacher sized. You are so funny. You're absolutely lovely. You always smell nice, and you give nice hugs because you're big and big arms. But yeah, and you're very, very impressive when it comes to technology. I am incredibly impressed. It's like watching someone do magic. It's incredible to see what you do with technology. I think you're going to do very, very well for yourself, sir.